Opening hook, enthusiastic tone. You won't believe what's about to happen in 2025. We're taking investment opportunities straight out of science fiction and into your portfolio, because space exploration technology is the next big frontier. Setting the scene, inspirational tone. Just imagine, by 2025, we're no longer just Earthlings attending to our earthly matters. The stars are calling, and companies worldwide are answering, with innovations that are fueling humanity's exploration beyond our planet. And here's the mind-blowing part. You can be part of this journey. Understanding the shift, informative tone. But why space? Why now? Let's break it down. In the past decade, the cost to launch a kilogram of payload into space has dropped dramatically thanks to companies like SpaceX. Satellite technology has become more versatile, and lunar projects by NASA and private companies aren't just speculations anymore, they're investments. What was once the government's trillion-dollar task is now a playground for private enterprises, micro-investors, and you. Expanding the picture, narrative tone. For instance, there's Starlink, the satellite internet network developed by SpaceX, which is geared to bring global internet access. Imagine the exponential impact this will have on rural areas and businesses worldwide. The kicker? It's not just a humanitarian effort. This is poised to become a trillion-dollar industry. And there's more, a lot more. Breaking it down, analytical tone. Let's break down the key sectors and opportunities in the vast domain of space investments for 2025. 1. Satellites and communications. Analytical tone. First up, the rise of satellite technology. Think weather forecasting, global positioning systems, communication networks, and even crop management. The satellite service market is estimated to be worth a staggering $400 billion by 2030. Companies such as Maxar Technologies and Planet Labs are leading the charge to build new generation satellites, capable of doing more than just sending signals. They'll be mapping the stars, monitoring environmental changes, and providing critical data to industries you never imagined connected to outer space. 2. Space tourism, ambitious tone. Next, let's talk about an industry you probably thought was only for billionaires, space tourism. By 2025, we're looking at the likes of Blue Origin and Virgin Galactic making space travel somewhat accessible, at least to high net worth individuals for now. But who's to say you can't get in on the action by investing early? Reports suggest that space tourism alone could grow to a $3 billion market by 2030. 3. Mining asteroids, strategic tone. Now for one of the most ambitious ideas floating around, mining asteroids. Yes, you heard that right. Asteroid mining may sound like it's straight from a sci-fi movie, but organizations like Planetary Resources are already exploring the potential. Minerals like gold, platinum, and rare earth metals with values in the billions exist in asteroids. By 2025, early ventures will be positioning themselves to one day make this a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Could this be the oil boom of the 21st century? 4. Supporting infrastructure, realistic tone. Infrastructure cannot be overlooked either. Spaceports, rocket manufacturing, and even AI-based maintenance and repair systems for space assets are becoming lucrative spaces for investment. Companies like Rocket Lab are building and innovating launch systems, creating opportunities to invest in key hardware that's literally lifting the world upwards. 5. Life support systems, scientific tone. Another critical sector, developing life-supporting systems for space missions. Imagine growing food in space or recycling water efficiently during extended missions. These aren't just daydreams, they're essential technologies under actual development. Companies like Sierra Nevada Corporation are working on such projects. And by 2025, these innovations might find applications back here on Earth, transforming industries like agriculture and water management. Why you should pay attention. Urgent tone. Still think this is all far-fetched? Think again. As industries take flight, sometimes literally, early adopters, those who get in before the masses, could reap massive benefits. But it's not just about profits. It's about changing the human narrative. It's about equipping humanity to be a multi-planetary species, with you holding stocks in the future. Ethical and financial considerations, thoughtful tone. Now, let's address the ethical and financial sides. Ethical investing plays a big role in space exploration. It's not just about seeking out novel resources, but doing so responsibly. Companies that follow sustainable practices are often worth exploring, as they serve dual purposes, solving some of our biggest problems and paving the way for the future of humanity. On the financial side, many space-related stocks and ETFs are becoming accessible to retail investors, meaning that the barrier to entry is lower than ever. Popular funds and stocks, practical tone. You may have heard about the ARC Space Exploration ETF, which gives access to a curated list of companies touching the stars. Or consider Blue Origin's partnerships paving the way for collaborative ventures in microgravity R&D. Bottom line, opportunities abound, both for beginners and seasoned investors. Potential risks, cautionary tone. Of course, investing in space isn't without its share of risks. The technology is cutting edge, and there's always the potential of failed missions or delays in projects that can affect stocks. Space, by nature, is a complex field, and technological hurdles are bound to appear. But with great risk comes great reward. By 2025, the authorized budgets and private ventures in this field make it a much more tangible and lucrative endeavor than it was 5 years ago. How to start? Actionable tone. So, how do you start? Research is key. Familiarize yourself with the companies, funds, and innovations we've discussed today. Follow industry reports, join online investment communities, and even take small steps like investing in diversified ETFs that include space exploration-oriented stocks. Baby steps, but they could lead to astronomical results, literally. Recasting the vision, motivational tone. By becoming an early investor in space exploration tech in 2025, you're doing more than just buying into an industry. You're buying into an era where humanity's boundaries aren't defined by gravity. You're helping sow the seeds of our collective future, a future where our species could survive, thrive, and innovate on entirely new worlds. Closing words. Call to action. Tone. So what are you waiting for? The space industry's trajectory is upward, just like the rockets. Subscribe to our channel for more insights, and let's explore these stars together, one smart investment at a time.